Om Shri Sai Namaha. Shri Sai Satcharitra, The Wonderful Life and Teachings of Shri SaiBaba. Chapter 39. Baba's Knowledge of Sanskrit. His interpretation of a verse from Gita. Construction of the Samadhi Mandir. This chapter deals with Baba's interpretation of a verse from the Bhagavad Gita. As some people believed that Baba knew not Sanskrit and the interpretation was Nana Sahib Chandorkar's, Hemad Pant wrote another chapter, that is chapter 50, refuting that objection. As the chapter number 50 deals with the same subject matter, it is incorporated in this chapter. Preliminary. Blessed is Shiridi and blessed is Dwarkamai, where Sri Sai lived and moved until he took Mahasamadhi. Blessed are the people of Shiridi, whom he obliged and for whom he came such long distance. Shiridi was a small village first, but it attained great importance on account of his contact and became a tirtha, holy place of pilgrimage. Equally blessed are the women folk of Shiridi. Blessed is their whole and undivided faith in him. They sang the glories of Baba while bathing, grinding, pounding corn, and doing other household work. Blessed is their love, for they sang sweet songs which calm and pacify the minds of the singers and listeners. Baba's interpretation. Nobody believed that Baba knew Sanskrit. One day, he surprised all by giving a good interpretation of a verse from the Gita to Nana Sahib Chandorkar. A brief account about this matter was written by Mr. B.V. Dio, retired Mamlatdar, and published in Marathi in Sri Sai Leela magazine, volume 4. Short accounts of the same are also published in SaiBaba's Carters and Sayings, page 61, and in the Wondrous Saint SaiBaba, page 36, both by brother B.V. Narasimha Swami. Mr. B.V. Dio has also given an English version of this in his statement dated 27/9/1936 and published on page 66 of Devotees' Experiences, part 3, published by the said Swami. As Mr. Dio has got first-hand information about this subject from Nana Sahib himself, we give below his version. Nana Sahib Chandorkar was a good student of Vedanta. He had read Gita with commentaries and prided himself on his knowledge of all that. He fancied that Baba knew nothing of all this or of Sanskrit. So, Baba one day prickled the bubble. These were the days before crowds flocked to Baba, when Baba had solitary talks at the mosque with such devotees. Nana was sitting near Baba and massaging his legs and muttering something. Nana, what are you mumbling yourself? I am reciting a shloka from Sanskrit. What shloka? From Bhagavad Gita. Utter it loudly. Nana then recited Bhagavad Gita chapter 4 verse 34, which is as follows. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. Nana, do you understand it? Yes. If you do, then tell me. It means this: making Sashtanga Namaskar, that is prostration, questioning the Guru, serving him, learn what this jnana is. Then those jnanis that have attained the real knowledge of the Sadvastu, that is Brahma, will give you upadesha of jnana. Nana, I do not want this sort of collected purport of the whole stanza. Give me each word, its grammatical force and meaning. Then Nana explained it word by word. Nana, is it enough to make prostration merely? I do not know any other meaning for the word pranipata than making prostration. What is pariprashna? Asking questions. What does prashna mean? The same, that is questioning. If pariprashna means the same as prashna, why did Vyasa add the prefix pari? Was Vyasa off his head? I do not know of any other meaning for the word pariprashna. Seva. What sort of seva is meant? Just what we are doing always. Is it enough to render such service? I do not know what more is signified by the word seva. In the next line, Upadekshanti te jnanam. Can you so read it as to read any other word in lieu of jnanam? Yes. What word? Ajnanam. Taking that word instead of jnana Is any meaning made out of the verse? No. Shankara Bhashya gives no such construction. Never mind if it does not. Is there any objection to using the word Ajnana if it gives a better sense? I do not understand how to construct by placing Ajnana in it. Why does Krishna refer Arjuna to Jnanis or Tattvadarshis to do his prostration, interrogation and service? Was not Krishna a Tattvadarshi, in fact Jnana himself? Yes, he was, but I do not make out why he referred Arjuna to Jnanis. Have you not understood this? Nana was humiliated. His pride was knocked on the head. Then Baba began to explain. 1. It is not enough merely to prostrate before the Jnanis. We must take Sarvasva Sharanagati, that is, complete surrender to the Sadguru. 2. Mere questioning is not enough. The question must not be made with any improper motive or attitude, or to trap the Guru and catch at mistakes in the answer, or out of idle curiosity. It must be serious and with a view to achieve moksha or spiritual progress. 3. Seva is not rendering service, retaining still the feeling that one is free to offer or refuse service. One must feel that he is not the master of the body, that the body is Guru's and exists merely to render service to him. If this is done, the Sadguru will show you what the Jnana referred to in the previous stanza is. Nana did not understand what is meant by saying that a Guru teaches Ajnana. Baba, how is Jnana Upadesh, that is, imparting of realization to be effected? Destroying ignorance is Jnana. Expelling darkness means light. Destroying duality means non-duality. Whenever we speak of destroying Dvaita, we speak of Advaita. Whenever we talk of destroying darkness, we talk of light. If we have to realize the Advaita state, the feeling of Dvaita in ourselves has to be removed. That is the realization of the Advaita state. Who can speak of Advaita while remaining in Dvaita? If one did, unless one gets into that state, how can one know it and realize it? Again, the Sishya, that is the disciple, like the Sadguru, is really embodiment of Jnana. The difference between the two lies in the attitude, high realization, marvelous superhuman sattva, that is beingness, and unrivaled capacity, and the Aishwarya Yoga. The Sadguru is Nirguna, Satchidananda. He has indeed taken human form to elevate mankind and raise the world, but his real Nirguna nature is not destroyed thereby even a bit. His beingness or reality, divine power and wisdom remain undiminished. The disciple also is in fact of the same Swarupa, but it is overlaid by the effect of the samskaras of innumerable births in the shape of ignorance, which hides from this view that he is Shuddha Chaitanya. As stated therein, he gets the impressions, I am Jiva, a creature, humble and poor. The Guru has to root out these offshoots of ignorance and has to give Upadesh or instruction. To the disciple, held spellbound for endless generations by the ideas of his being a creature, humble and poor, the Guru imparts in hundreds of births and teaching, you are God, you are mighty and opulent. Then he realizes a bit that he is God really. The perpetual delusion under which the disciple is laboring, that he is the body, that he is a creature or ego, that God and the world are different from him, is an error inherited from innumerable past births. From actions based on it, he has derived his joy, sorrows and mixtures of both. To remove the delusion, this error, this root ignorance, he must start the inquiry. How did the ignorance arise? Where is it? And to show him, this is called the Guru's Upadesh. The following are the instances of Ajnana. 1. I am a Jiva. 2. Body is the soul. 3. God, world and Jiva are different. 4. I am not God. 5. Not knowing that body is not the soul. 6. Not knowing that God, world and Jiva are one. Unless these errors are exposed to his view, the disciple cannot learn what is God, Jiva, world, body, how they are interrelated and whether they are different from each other or are one and the same. To teach him these and destroy his ignorance in this instruction in Jnana or Ajnana. Why should Jnana be imparted to the Jiva, a Jnanamurti? Upadesh is merely to show him his error and destroy his ignorance. Baba added, Pranipata implies surrender. Surrender must be of body, mind and wealth. Why should Krishna refer Arjuna to other jnanis? Sadbhakta takes everything to be Vasudev, and Guru takes disciples to the Vasudev, and Krishna treats both as his prana and atma. As Sri Krishna knows that there are such bhaktas and gurus, he refers Arjuna to them so that their greatness may increase and be known. Construction of the Samadhi Mandir. Baba never talked nor ever made any fuss about the things which he wanted to accomplish, but he so skillfully arranged the circumstances and surroundings that the people were surprised at the slow but sure results attained. The construction of the Samadhi Mandir is an instance in point. Shriman Bapu Saheb Bhuti, the famous multimillionaire of Nagpur, lived in Shiridi with his family. Once an idea arose in his mind that he should have a building of his own there. Sometimes after this, while he was sleeping in Dikshit's Vada, he got a vision. Baba appeared in his dream and ordered him to build a Vada of his own with temple. Shama, who was sleeping there, got also a similar vision. When Bapu Saheb was awakened, he saw Shama crying and asked him why. The latter replied that in his vision, Baba came close to him and ordered distinctly, "Build the Vada with the temple. I shall fulfill the desires of all." Hearing the sweet and loving words of Baba, I was overpowered with emotion. My throat was choked, my eyes were overflowing with tears, and I began to cry. Bapu Saheb was surprised to see that both their visions tallied. Being a rich and capable man, he decided to build a Vada there and drew up a plan with Madhav Rao, that is Shama. Kaka Saheb Dikshit also approved of it, and when it was placed before Baba, he also sanctioned it immediately. Then the construction work was duly started, and under the supervision of Shama, the ground floor, the cellar and the well were completed. Baba also on his way to and from Lendi suggested certain improvements. Further work was entrusted to Bapu Saheb Jog, and when it was going on, an idea struck Bapu Saheb Bhuti's mind that there should be an open room or platform, and in the center the image of Murlidhar, that is Lord Krishna with the flute, be installed. He asked Shama to refer this matter to Baba and get his consent. The latter asked Baba about this when he was just passing by the Vada. Hearing Shama, Baba gave his consent, saying, "After the temple is complete, I will come there to stay," and staring at the Vada, he added, "After the Vada is complete, we shall use it ourselves. We shall live, move and play there, embrace each other and be very happy." Then Shama asked Baba whether this was the auspicious time to begin the foundation work of the central room of the shrine. The latter answered in the affirmative. Shama got a coconut, broke it and started the work. In due time the work was completed, and an order was also given for making a good image of Murlidhar. But before it was ready, a new thing turned up. Baba became seriously ill and was about to pass away. Bapu Saheb became very sad and dejected, thinking that if Baba passed away, his Vada would not be consecrated by the holy touch of Baba's feet, and all his money would be wasted away. But the words, "Place or keep me in the Vada," which came out of Baba's mouth just before his passing away, consoled not only Bapu Saheb but one and all. In due time, Baba's holy body was placed and preserved in the central shrine meant or designed for Murlidhar, and Baba himself became Murlidhar, and the Vada thus became the Samadhi Mandir of Baba. His wonderful life is unfathomable. Blessed and fortunate is Bapu Saheb Bhuti, in whose Vada lies the holy and pure body of Baba. Bow to Sri Sai. Peace be to all.